The Frames Per Second podcast.
What's going on? It's your boy Nick. You are now tuned in to another episode of the Frames Per Second podcast. I am here with Mike Seatown.
Yo.
Kenneth Bienge.
Hola.
And Spike Lou of the On Deck TV show and Another Week in the Books. How you doing, sir?
What up, Lo? I'm good.
This episode is going to be more of a discussion and conversation. We try to have these every now and then just to get an update on the landscape of all these, streaming platforms. Lou has made fun of me and Jalen already, saying this is just a conversation basically between us that we having with y'all and them. But yeah, just wanted us to hear what y'all think about Netflix overall, and if Netflix is still quote unquote Netflix, as in like the biggest streaming giant, the number one head honcho when it comes to all the streaming shit. Has the quality of Netflix still been in that rare elite air, or has it dipped? Have other platforms taken over that number one spot? So just kind of a discussion on that.
Is Netflix still king, huh?
Basically.
Yeah. Go ahead, Spike.
I think what Netflix does better than any other streaming service is it's in the zeitgeist more. So if there's a popular show, for example, one that just came up, 100 Wives. If there's a popular show that you had not heard of, ain't seen no preview, I'm telling you,
what was the show called again?
100 Wives.
And you said that's a popular show because of what? Because you watch it.
It was number one on Netflix. Everybody was
talking
about
nothing, Spike.
It do though. That was going to my point. Had y'all let me finish, was that when stuff like that come across, I would have never watched it if it wasn't for people making ridiculous comments about how wild it was, how messy it was. I was telling you, Ken, on my timeline for Twitter, and then I watched it and I was like, okay, so Netflix is good at controlling the conversation for like a week or two. Where the other streaming services struggle at, it's almost like if you know, you know. Like I'm watching maybe 3-4 shows on Apple right now, and it's like, have you heard of this? And people are like, I don't even know what that is, because it doesn't trend anywhere. People don't talk about it. So Netflix still do a good job of inserting its shows into the conversation, but the quality of the shows, I think there's Paramount's better, Apple is better. There are a lot better streaming service quality shows than it is Netflix. They just got their hand on the pulse.
I wish Apple TV would slow down their quality because they just raised the fucking price.
Yeah.
Because their shows hit and and people are going to show up to watch those shows. I think Netflix is still Netflix. I think they are still the top dog. I think Spike is right in the sense that, when it comes to people talking about streaming, Netflix is going to pop up on people's minds most of all. And I think while some of their original series don't necessarily hit in the way that they did when they started out with House of Cards, they still have Stranger Things, which is still really, really popular. Ozark was popular. Every once in a while, Orange and the New Black was another hit from them back in the day. I think what they do really, really well is they can find and purchase content to put on there that people like to consume for nostalgia purposes. I think the recommendation engine is really good when it comes to them recommending stuff that you may like. If you do the thumbs up button and the thumbs down, I think they do a good job of trying to find stuff that may be suitable to what you want to watch. My Netflix queue is crazy, and I'm not going to get to them all, but whenever something pops up, on the slider at the top, I'm adding it to my list because I'm curious. So I think they still dominate. I think they still have the most subscribers of all the streaming services. So I think they're still top dog. I think it's going to be hard for anyone to knock Netflix off its pedestal.
Yeah, I would say I think it's hard not to say Netflix is still number one because it's kind of like Kleenex. It's like you don't even think about it as a brand. You just think about it as just the product itself. And I still, like to Lou's point, it is still popular enough to catch different moments on like social media and chatter, and based off of what it's on. I feel like it's weird. Like it's not viewed as Tubi, but it has Tubi quality shows and TV and like movies. But they still consider it like, I guess, better than that because it's the first thing that everyone thinks about as far as Netflix being that popular brand. However, I do think it's slipping. I think apps like HBO Max or whatever it's calling itself, I think they're starting to churn out shows that are like, okay, this rivals Netflix, even with the variety of stuff. And I think Apple TV Plus, because they're raising their price, they got to come out with more shit. Otherwise, I'm canceling my shit. So far they got a nice run because the morning show coming back. People talking about that, even though that show had a crazy ending for its third season. And they obviously got the studio. Then you got Ted Lasso may come back. Shrinking is big.
Invasion is a show I'm watching. It's a sci-fi show. It just came back.
Invasion Foundation, and then the Chief of War, Smoke. Yeah. Like it's a lot of stuff where you're starting to run off a list. I think
Slow Horse is going to come back. I bet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Apple TV Plus is definitely, and then they got I don't know if this is a big thing, but like movies going straight to their platform, like F1 and the Spike Lee joint, like they're starting to kind of get like, all right, we're attraction.
Yeah, but like Spike said, I think when it comes to your everyday person, it's hard to talk to them about like Apple TV content because they're not in the know. It's almost like they're somewhat bougie to a certain degree about some of the shows that they have. And how many people have? I mean, there's a lot of people that have iPhones, but are you going to go to an Apple TV to upgrade just to watch a show? Like it really has to like break through. Like Severance is a really popular show, and it's done well for them. But in terms of like super brand recognition, it's Netflix. I think Max is a close. I don't know about Max, Nick.
Max, those are the only two that I can see. Mike, I don't know what your thoughts are, but like, I think Netflix it's still king, but like it's like the king off of House of the Dragon. It's aging like
I'm with you. I don't like these days. I don't even know how often I turn to Netflix. If I'm just like, man, I really want something to watch. I'll usually go to Max first. I'll get to Netflix, but sometimes I even pop on Hulu first because, especially for the price, I don't think Netflix is holding up their end of the bargain. Because more often than not, the shows I end up watching are trash. Like they're getting a lot of foreign shows, which I think is great. Like they'll get a lot of Korean shows and Spanish-speaking shows. But then when I watch them, I'm just like, this is fucking awful. This is awful. But they do really good with documentaries. They do a great job with especially docu-series. But I think that Netflix is only still at the top because of name recognition. Because people just, like Nick said, it's hard to separate Netflix from streaming giant. Even though other streaming services have better shows at this point. Let's be real. Like Max has better shows. Apple TV has better shows. But Netflix is just, they've been around longer. They're like the Jay-Z of streaming services. It's like they can put out as many fucking whack verses as they want. But because at some point we held them to this standard, there's nothing they can do to break it.
I don't know how you managed to pull that reference out, but it fits.
I'm about to say, I'm not wrong.
It does fit. Now they putting out Magna Carta. When it went from Reasonable Doubt to what is it, Magna Carta Holy Grail, Spike? Is that the album?
That's the album, Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
And every once in a while they'll give you a 444, but then most of the time it's more Magna Cartas. And then the shows that are good, I feel like they didn't actually like do much with them. They just pulled them from somewhere else. So it's almost like that album where he was like doing it with Jay Electronica. So it's like
he borrowed from Makami.
You know what I'm saying? Like where he was just biting Makami. It's like it's Netflix.
Yeah. I think it's just so for me, it's probably the first app after YouTube. It's between YouTube and then Netflix. And I think part of it is because I do watch a lot of those foreign shows. Now the quality may not be superb, but I'm watching it like they be sending me all kind of Korean shit that I be watching, bro. A lot of foreign films. I end up watching a lot of those stuff. So for me, as a consumer of that stuff, because my algo just hits that way, that's why I tend to go to that one first just to see what's there. Quality, I think, in terms of quality, Apple TV is top notch. I do go to Max. I think if it's a Saturday night, I said I need to find a movie to watch, I go to Netflix first, and then I go to Max to see what's on there. The rest of the ones are kind of like specialty services that may have something, or I pay for an annual subscription that's cheaper, like Paramount Plus, Peacock, or whatever. But I know we're not having a total streaming platform conversation. But right now, I don't see a lot of people talking about those in the way that they talk about Netflix.
But you don't see a challenger, because to me, like I see, no. I think like the one thing I think one of y'all mentioned it, like Apple has the unique kind of advantage, like they're damn near in like 90% of people's households already without them knowing it because they have iPhones. So all you really have to do is do one of their little bundle deals with like Apple Music. You get Apple Music, Apple TV Plus.
They have it. They have it. Yeah, Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, that little family
that's what
thing.
I pay for.
Yeah. So like it only takes somebody doing that to being like, all right, let me just see what else they got. You know what I'm saying? While I'm paying for this. And then they fall into a rabbit hole and they be like, and I think that's what I'm saying. Right now, yeah, you're right. I think Netflix is still king. But maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to be saying something different because things are changing. Like no one's going to stay that high for that long. They had a huge lead over everyone because they were the first one to really kind of get established and really be innovative in that way. But now that everybody's kind of got the formula, somebody cooking up a better recipe.
I don't think everybody has a formula. I think that's the point of it. With Apple TV, for instance, the only mainstream show that they have is Severance, and it took it the whole first season for people to start.
They got Ted Lasso's huge
Ted Lasso's mainstream. You're right. Yeah. That's true. But that's off the air. Like what I'm saying is they put out a lot of quality content, but it doesn't seem like a lot of it latches on. Netflix, because to Mike's example, they are Jay-Z. They throw stuff out all the time. Like I mentioned, y'all, Hunter Wives. I wouldn't watch that on any other streaming service. It just so happened that it was trending #1 on Netflix and people were talking
First of all,
about
you watching it in general. Don't say shit to me.
Don't knock it till you try it, though. Watch when y'all watch it. Y'all are going to be saying, like,
you try to rationalize goofball shit and saying that's the reason why they still king. No,
that is the reason why, because they have these flash in the pan moments. Like the movie that's not even good where Sandra Bullock was blind and everybody was talking about it. Like they have these moments that other streaming services just very rarely do they have. But they had this shit with Jake Paul. They've been doing live football games. Like no one else is even close to what they're doing as a streaming service.
But I'm only bringing up and I'm only giving you that. I'm agreeing with you with that point is because of the time frame though. They were the first to do any of this shit. So, of course, they're going to be ahead of everybody. I'm just saying, as time is going on, that window is going to close because, of course, now that we know that people can do exclusive deals for streaming platforms, they're not going to, Netflix ain't the only motherfucker in the room. When other people want to do these creative things, not everybody's just going to say, I can get this on Netflix. They say, no, I can get this on here and there in the third. Mike, you mentioned a good show that I'm about to start watching on Tubi, which is the
Damascus.
Damascus. Like, it's like, once you start having multiple conversations with other platforms, a lot of shit is just going whoever's going to be the highest bidder, who's going to give you the most creative control.
Yep.
I think at some point someone could challenge them for that, but Netflix has 301 million subscribers. To Apple Plus, Paramount, Max, Prime, like that's gonna I don't know what they're gonna put on their platforms in order to catch up with them, especially Apple TV Plus, because they only do original content. That's the advantage that other entities have, is that they can go get old IP and put on their platforms. And Netflix has that in abundance.
But and I don't know, Mike, I want to get your thoughts on this point that I'm thinking about, as Ken was saying, that are we judging these platforms based off subscribers or just the quality of content? Because to me,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that could be two different conversations to me.
I agree. I think that I understand where Ken's coming from as far as them having a lot of subscribers, but I think a lot of them are people like me who just don't cancel shit. I've had Netflix pretty much since it started, and I just don't cancel. I barely ever use it. I need to fucking cancel it because it's like damn near $20 a month, and I'm barely using any of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that them having a large subscriber base just plays into the fact that they've been around for so long.
Mm-hmm.
As far as quality of shows, like I said, it's very rare that I watch anything other than a documentary on Netflix and walk away being like, that was really good. Now, all of that said, I did just watch Night Always Comes, which is, I'm pretty sure,
is that good?
Original. I really liked it. I thought it was excellent.
I started it and I haven't. I was like right in the first 5-10 minutes.
It's straw for white people.
Man, yo, I'm glad you brought that up back because that was a thought. Mike, I promise you, I was talking to my wife. I was like, we rarely see poor white people on TV. And it was that movie that created that thought. I started really thinking about it. And how often do we see struggling white folks on television?
It's not just the struggle, and I'm not going to give any spoilers away. It's just the fact that she is having the most ridiculously bad day. Like, this felt like if there is a white Tyler Perry, they wrote this movie. But unlike Straw, this is actually really good. Like, it's a good story. It's tense. It's not like you're watching being like, ha ha ha, that's so stupid. It's really good. So Netflix every once in a while will pop out with something really good, but for the most part, I'm not clicking anything on Netflix. I saw Hunter Wives pop up, but I'm sorry, I'm not that bored for me to even.
You ain't gonna like
what that is.
Yeah, it ain't for you. It definitely is not for you. You're not the target audience.
Hey,
but Ken is.
Hey,
Ken don't like it, and Nick don't like it too.
I'm laughing because one of the baby mamas I'm talking to, she talked about it because she wanted to. She was like, I thought I was watching like The Wives of Hunters, and she was like, nah.
Oh, that's not what it is.
No, buddy.
I don't want to click. I don't want to press play on any episode because
once you start,
you're gonna sit there and watch all of them. I'm telling
Nick,
you,
like,
no, I'm saying, Ken. She told me what it was about, and I was like, I'm not gonna. Just like what you about to go on, Ken. If I click play one time, I'm watching the whole thing, and I don't feel like wasting my time right now.
I can't right now. I think Netflix has Bridgerton too, Mike.
I ain't never watched no fucking.
Bro, that shit is good. It's really popular.
I get that mixed up with Downtown Abbey.
Oh, yeah.
And that's crazy because HBO got a version of that too that no one talks about.
Oh yeah,
the Gilded Age.
Man,
it's just like I would assume it's just like what you Bridgerton.
Hey, Mike. So I had a few white women had to correct me on that. That show is called Downton Abbey. Because I said Downton.
No way.
Downton?
Yeah. Because I was like, why the fuck people keep on talking about this Downtown Abbey? It was like, it's Downton. I'm like, what the fuck is Downton? Is that a white downtown?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
is this like the Bernstein Bear shit? I ain't never heard
that. I think it's how they pronounce it. Though.
It's called Downton.
It's Downton.
Hold on.
But every nigga I know say downtown.
Oh shit, he's right. There is no
There's
W.
No W.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I've been calling this shit Downtown Abbey for like 10 years.
Until they corrected me, like I was doing the same thing. That's how you know I didn't give a fuck about the series.
Bro, what?
And you probably thought they was crazy when they first told you.
Yeah, I thought they was doing some racist shit, like trying to correct me on my pronunciation and all that shit. Like, nah, nigga, it's downtown.
I assume you live downtown.
Bro, I thought it was downtown. I always saw W too.
That's crazy.
So
Because I don't know what the fuck a Downton is.
Well, yeah. Where is Downton?
I don't even know what that is.
Is it in
place?
Buckhead, Mike?
Is it a job position?
Is it in Marietta? Oh, where's the Downton?
is it an illness? Is it a mental illness, Mike?
Right. Like, what is it?
Oh, sorry, that probably went too far.
Hell no.
You
ain't sorry.
He got Down syndrome.
For those listening, I am not laughing.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Jesus.
What was your point, kid?
He don't have one. Nick. Come
I
on.
do have one. I do have one. The one thing that I think could probably contend with Netflix is Tubi. As crazy as that may sound,
I feel you on that. Mm-hmm.
man, Tubi, in terms of like name recognition, random people just talking about it, is right there.
Yep.
And they have they have a very similar formula to Netflix. They just don't have a lot of like, Damascus is one that we're talking about that's on there, but original content. But they got all the old shit on there. If you're looking for a movie to watch that you can't find anywhere, it's probably on Tubi.
Yeah.
People talk about it. It could compete.
Facts. And his name recognition is there. It's something for everybody. It's the only place I've seen. Well, Amazon got it too, but the old sitcoms like the Jeffersons, the Good Times, Good Times I don't watch.
Supermarket Sweep.
All of that. Yeah, it's Supermarket Sweep, all those old shows. So yeah, I agree with that.
They got black people. That's the thing with Tubi, is they came out the gate kind of catering to black folks that like, I don't like this word, but like ratchet shit. You know, because isn't Tubi the one that had the lady fucking the dog and shit? Yeah, so I mean, they came out the gate appealing to the lowest common denominator of black person. And because of that, black folks will defend Tubi like no other. So if Tubi continues and gets because Netflix wouldn't get a show like that because they're too fucking highbrow. They're too bougie. But Tubi will get that kind of movie, but then they'll also get, like y'all said, the old shows that have this nostalgic feel. And shit, who knows? Maybe Tubi has like high, quote unquote, high quality movies. I don't know. But I can see Tubi definitely getting bigger. It's just that Tubi's free right now. Also, I don't know how they're going to make money.
That's what I was.
Very good point.
Well, that was the point that I was going to say. That's the benefit of it because it is free 99. That's the reason why, you don't have to pay nothing. You ain't got to put you may have to put an email address, but even then they ain't charging you shit. Like it's like you could just show up and like you said, can watch anything you want. Yeah, there's gonna be some ads, but shit is free, nigga. You can't beggars can't be choosers.
Right.
True.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got in terms about Netflix though.
All right. Any other thoughts?
No.
Nope.
Like I said, Netflix documentaries, solid. Few other streaming services do documentaries to me as good as Netflix does.
Sports documentaries too, because Mike, I don't know if you may not, it may be out your wheelhouse, but that Dallas Cowboys sports documentary I'm watching is like, it reminds me like The Last Dance with the MJ documentary. It's like, yeah, you're right, Mike. Like they have a pocket of documentary. I think them and maybe HBO Max. They're the only one too that probably go for documentaries.
Yeah, Max has good ones, but it's always like if I see something pop up that looks like it's gonna be like the poop cruise, just random weird shit. I can't think of many times where I've watched a Netflix documentary and being like, that was kind of whack. Usually I'm like, that was solid, even if it's a topic I don't give a fuck about.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, those are our thoughts on where we feel Netflix is at right now. Please let us know what you guys think. FPS Podcast is the Reddit thread. That's also our handle for IG and Twitter. And we'll catch you on the next conversation. We out. Peace.
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 All right.